all of your music and entertainment news.
I made that famous.
What's Pop in Culture?
And we are back. It's What's Pop in Culture. I am your host, Airwrecka.
I'm co-pilot, flying high, Tai-Nino.
And
high in the sky.
And we are live on 24/7 Miami. And I do have to mention, because we have amazing mixes. Thank you, my minion. She's so beautiful. Come here. She looks like a ballerina today. Come here. Let them see your little ballerina-ness. Come here.
A ballerina.
Look, she looks like a ballerina. She's so beautiful. So we have a great DJ mix, as you know. I mean, hot, unique, fire. But we're not playing it on the live stream because you have to listen to the full episode on 247miami.tv or SoundCloud in order to get the mixes and all that good stuff, just so everybody knows. But stay tuned for the videos because that's where you get to hang out with us. And I had some sympathy, from somebody who's in the same situation as me. Somebody came into the live stream and said, "Don't worry, I'm right up there, same age as you, no kids or anything." So we all will have faith that things will work out the way they're supposed to. The timing will be right. Or things will happen like Tai-Nino, and everything that you didn't expect, like a baby, is just gonna happen.
Flash of an eye. Pew! There you go.
All right, so DJ D2, gosh, you are great. Man, I love that. You get me so hyped for the next segment that I don't even know what to talk about. You got me all over the place. Tupac got inducted into the Hall of Fame, so we can definitely say that was well-deserved.
Yep, Tupac got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Friday, last night.
Yes, and Suge Knight came out and said who he thinks killed Tupac. I don't know how much weight we're going to put into what Suge Knight says.
Already debunking that.
Yeah, I think at this point he's reaching for anything to put his name back in the headlines.
It did make sense to me. I was like, very good point. Because he said his ex-wife, his wife at the time, and his head of security planned it, and they have been trying to kill him for a while, and Tupac was just caught in the crossfire. Because if they had killed Suge Knight, then they would be in charge of death row, and they get all the money. So, it makes sense, but...
Yeah, but he's also had all this time to come up with that. Why is this the first time we're hearing about it? Oh, because you suddenly were able to put all these pieces together all this time and come out with that. Again, I think he's reaching. I think he's trying to get back out into the headlines. He wants people to pay attention to what he says, and he is a psychopath. So I don't think that's a good idea. Some really scary news. Hyundai and Kia recalled 1.2 million cars for possible engine failure. That's a lot of cars, and there's a lot of Hyundai and Kias out on the road.
I know. I don't drive a Hyundai or a Kia, so...
Me neither.
Now I think about there's a big Kia dealership HYUNDI dealership back in Bahamas. So there's a lot of Hyundais out there.
Yeah, I guess the part that I'm confused about, though, is they're recalling it. So does that mean if you've been out driving a car, it's like 3 years old, and it gets recalled, you can return your car and get a brand new one? Is that what that means? Sure that is awesome. That's like a Hyundai. In fact, D2. Hey, you got to hop on this microphone. We have an important question for you. Did you check to see if your car was one of the cars recalled? There's 1.2 million Hyundais and Kias recalled. You could get a brand new car.
Or a
brand new car.
Or a brand new engine.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's cool, too. Back to 0 miles, baby.
They'll probably just fix whatever there is.
It's engine.
It doesn't matter. There's probably something inside of the engine that probably costs them $15 to fix.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's exactly how the recall works.
That's true. But you should look into that.
Trust me, they'll do anything in their power not to give you a new car.
1.2 million cars. That's a lot of cars.
What years, though?
Well,
there you go. That's where you got to get your facts right.
I got my facts right.
Come on, Tai-Nino.
1.2 million cars.
Get your host in check, man.
She brought this up. I had no idea.
Me neither.
Well,
and I drive a Hyundai.
Exactly. I thought I was in. You never check your mail. D2 checks his mail like once a year. He has no idea. Hyundai could have sent him a notice every day for the... Jeez. Okay. So we're going to go into a kind of sad story in the sense that we don't really know what's true and what's not, but we're really hoping that none of this is true. Mel B, Scary Spice, right? Yeah. Mel B has filed for divorce from her husband, Stephen Belfante.
Oh my God, scary.
Scary, yeah.
I'm not Scary Spice. You said that's a very scary story. Anyway, continue.
And she's claiming abuse. She's claiming that he beat her for so many years. and then now she's getting the courage, to come forward and to file for divorce. She wrote December 28th on her file for divorce, and he wrote March 1st. But he also requested child support and custody of the children and spousal support. So, of course, that means the longer they were married, the more spousal support he gets. So if he says that it was March and she says it was December, that gives him an extra 3 months. But some people are coming out and backing Mel B's story, including Sharon Osbourne, who said, what?
Simon Cowell as well. Simon Cowell was the one who pushed her to get the divorce because she would show up to some of the tapings of America's Got Talent because he's her boss, and she would have bruises all over her.
Yeah, that's what Sharon Osbourne said, that the very first weekend she was set to begin X Factor, she did not come in on time, and when she got there, she was covered. Oh, no, she was hospitalized on the first day, and then when she finally came in, she was covered in bruises, black and blues. Her makeup artist is also saying that over the years, she's covered multiple facial and body bruises. There's stories of the nanny being pregnant, having sex tapes with Stephen Belfonte, a lot of really ugly things. And all along, I'm thinking in my head, Sharon and Simon and makeup artists and all these people, where were you all these years? Like, you could have come out with the story publicly and saved her from years of this.
Right. But as a friend, do you want to go against her wishes?
As a friend, do you not? I mean, I understand you may never have the same friendship or the same relationship. Ah! My goodness! You may never have the same. I love him. Aww.
Friendship? Someone said friendship? How are you?
Hello, world. Joy's here. Joy and Pain. Pump it up, pump it up. We have visitors in the studio. Sorry, just got crazy in here. But how do you have a friend and not step in and tell everybody in the public or in the tabloids that she's getting beat, that she's showing up with bruises? Oh, I didn't realize the mic was on the whole time. How do you not do that? I understand you may never have your friend ever again. It may completely destroy your friendship, but at the end of the day, you could be saving someone's life. So you kind of got to weigh it. And I would have come out with it a long time ago. So shame on Simon Cowell. I don't care how much you had to urge her to get a divorce. You should have made the decision for her a long time ago.
But he did in the first place. Give him some credit for that. Gosh. In my mind, I would never tell someone. I would never tell my friend they're being cheated on. Like, that's not my business.
No, cheating is a different story. How many Hollywood actresses end up dead because they have a manager / boyfriend who's crazy possessive and who threatens their life or takes their life? I mean, look at OJ. Look at Nicole Brown. I mean, I honestly think that it is our part to let something like that slip into the tabloids. If I was Simon Cowell, I would have said something about the bruises on her face all the time, out loud, to people, raise some suspicion, get people talking. She probably would have left him years ago.
Probably, but hey.
All right, well, I'm happy that she finally decided to do this. She came out publicly. Now the whole world knows it, and that's exactly what I think should happen. If you're going to abuse women, everybody should know about it.
Fact, I agree. 100%.
That's crazy, though. Her makeup artist had to spend all that time.
Crazy was Simon wasn't finding out until I think it was one of the episodes last season where the bruises were shown on the show because there was not enough makeup to cover it up. Like, it got to the point where makeup was not working.
But now we talk. I don't get it. Where was the Twitter fingers when all that was taking place? Nobody was on Twitter saying Mel B looks like she has a black eye. Honestly, society turns a cheek. Society really does allow things to happen because it's easier to just let people mind their own business, take care of themselves.
True, but what we say? We don't know what's really going on. She could have been in a boxing class, a self-defense class. That's why she got bruises. We don't know. I don't know. I'm not advocating him or in any way. I'm defending the people around her, saying, of course, they should have helped her. Maybe they were helping her behind the scenes. We don't know.
We don't know. You're right. All right, well, I knew that was going to be heavy, so now I need some really good music to kind of shake that off. I pray for everybody in an abusive relationship. I pray that they can get out. I pray that that it's discovered and that they the person who would raise their hands to anybody, raise their hands to anybody, gets what they deserve and ends up punished or beat back. Whichever works. All right, let's go to a mix with DJ D2. It's What's Poppin' Culture. I'm your host, Airwrecka.
I'm the co-pilot Tai-Nino, 24/7 Miami.tv.